Hey everyone, welcome back. It's Melanie, your She Shed Scrapper. So today I am back with a one-page layout, kind of primarily using the new Teen Vibes collection from Bella Blvd, the Carson, but then bringing in some pieces from my stash and quite a bit of cardstock as well. So I have two photos here that I matted in white and made sure that I had them separate, because then I am going to place them on this yellow piece of cardstock, and I wanted them to be kind of separate on there as well. I wanted it kind of to be a larger mat, so to speak. So that is going to kind of be, my primary, I guess, photo placement there. I just have the two photos. I am going to use the orange as a border around the layout, and I just like to kind of gut the middle when I think maybe I will use that elsewhere. Specifically, I guess more so when it's a pattern paper, but I did want to not only have that orange around, but kind of incorporate that in the layout as well. So I am ready to place my white paper that I trimmed down a little bit on my orange border. And then I am just going to use the star paper kind of as my primary pattern paper. That is from the Teen Vibe Carson collection. I did kind of just trim that down. I wanted that to obviously be larger than the yellow bordered paper here, or with my photos on it. So I did kind of have to be specific with which, or how I cut that paper, I guess. So it is, I don't know what the measurements are, but it is almost covering up the entire white paper. The backside of the star paper ended up being those lightning bolts, and I wasn't initially going to use any other pattern papers. I was just going to add strips of cardstock, but I liked that pattern and liked that yellow. So I did actually decide to include that, and then I cut the green, and then I have a gray. So when I was choosing my cardstock, I obviously had that star paper in front of me, and I just tried to pick out, the colors that match that star paper. So I just cut the strips in different widths and different lengths. I originally had the star, or the lightning bolts on the outside, but then the yellow paper bordering my photos ended up being on that. And I guess I wanted a distinction. So I moved the green and the lightning bolt. I switched those placements and then just added the gray so that it was shorter, but still added another color. I had that branding strip, but decided not to use that red, which would have brought in, I guess, more color. And I am going to use, I think it's actually a Doodle Pop popcorn. And so the bucket is red and white. So really, I probably should have picked a red cardstock to include with this, just to kind of incorporate that as well, but it is what it is. And then I did go through the embellishments for the Teen Vibes collection. Found some soda and a movie night ticket. The phone, not really sure, but it was a good size element for the top there. So I did decide to add the phone to the top as a layering piece with my popcorn. And then just kind of had to really figure out what else to use. So I am going to end up committing to the placement of everything. So I will tape everything down real quick, and then get to the fun part with embellishing. I really would have loved to pop my photos up on foam tape. I just knew that I had a lot of embellishments that were going to overlap it, and then I would have had to just kind of pop half of all of those up on foam tape as well. So I I guess the Doodle Pop does give it some dimension because that is kind of 3D. Otherwise, there isn't too much other dimension on this layout, which is okay. I think with all the colors and patterns, I don't know that it necessarily needs more dimension. So here's where I kind of struggled. I wanted to come up with a title. I love, like, I want to say prepackaged, but like, I guess titles that are already put together for me. I don't love coming up with my own. And so that is where I did struggle on this layout. I had a good place for it. I felt like underneath of the photos, but didn't really find anything that I really wanted to use. I do also feel like the photos are kind of self-explanatory. It is in a movie theater. The photo in front of the movie poster, that's what we saw. So I didn't really feel like I needed much. You did see that I did end up adding the scalloped border sticker. I just felt like that added just something else to the layout, and I really like the way that that looked. Then I did grab an acrylic piece from Not Just for Boys Kit Club that said family, and it was kind of a brighter blue, which I thought would work. I did back the word family just in that gray paper, just so it stuck out a little bit more. And then I decided to add time with the alpha that comes on the sticker sheet. So it was not long enough, really, for the size of alpha that's on the sticker sheet. And so I just staggered the letters and picked different colors and decided that I didn't really need a large title, that this family time would suffice just fine for this layout. And so I did kind of rearrange the letters a few times just to kind of get them so they weren't so spaced out, but you could still tell that I was trying to spell out time. So once that is done, there isn't much more that I add to the layout. I will link the Teen Vibes collection down below. I am loving creating with it, as you guys can probably tell this month. I think this might be my third layout, if not fourth, using this collection. So just a really fun collection. And then if you are a girl mom, they also actually have a Teen Vibe girl collection. I think it's Caitlin. So I did go through after all of that and just add some stars, and just felt like that finished off the layout just fine. So again, I will link this down below, but I hope you guys enjoyed, and we will see you next time. Bye guys.